Hello, welcome to Friday's edition of Cracking the Cryptic. We're going to take a look at the Times crossword from today now. Friday's puzzle, I think some people think it is the hardest of the week, so it may be difficult, we'll have to see. A revolutionary essence derived from turning over leaf. I have no clue what that is talking about. Let's go on. Play down what's frequently pinched by lapsed criminal. Well, lapsed criminal sounds like ex-con or something like that. Play down. No. Comfortable as Carol should be after change of heart. Carol should be sung. So if I reverse the two central letters of sung, I get snug, which is comfortable. Play down. Chemical from laminate. Child regularly picked off. Okay, maybe this is an anagram of laminate and H and L, which would be regular letters from child. Again, I'm not sure. I quite want this to be something acid, because child regularly could also be CID, and that would fit at the end. So I'm actually quite interested in that. So laminate. Okay, let's move on again. Standard family, fair at tea time. I think that's parkin. So that's standard family kin, parkin. That's what you'd eat at tea time. Believer in return of a formal ruler. Former ruler, I'm thinking something to do with the Raj. Rasta maybe, so that would be Azar returning, so that's also looks good. After course, my side's bearing no shame. My side sounds like us, doesn't it? After course. Postprandial, no. Paper. Oh, this is an anagram of lapsed. It's not ex-con at all. It's an anagram of lapsed around oft, I think, for frequently. So that would be soft. Be soft played or soft. Pedal. Okay. After course, or course might be dessert. My side's bearing no shame. Restraint for dog, leash, while a shopper's absorbed. Okay, that is a hidden. You can see leash in the letters there of while a shopper. Sometimes I wonder whether the setters deliberately try and split these hiddens over two lines, makes them much harder to see. Folic acid, no, that's not going to fit. Laminate. Old monitor, spoken of, finance office, exchequer. I always struggle with the spelling of exchequer, whether it's an ER or an OR ending. It's one of those words that I'm never quite sure about. Now it looks wrong to me and I'm thinking of that. I'm not sure. My first inclination was to put in an OR, I think. Top coppers held up, that's clear. Lucid, that could be. So a top is a lid, and then copper for the chemical element Cu. That is being held up, held in a reversed form. When we get the word up in the clue, in a down clue, it can mean a reversal. So I think that's what's happening there. Fighting method updated method backed by fighting force. Updated. I would like to be something like modern or modish. Method could be MO for modus operandi. And then a fighting force. Oh no, method is going to be mode. Okay, method is mode, and then the fighting force is the Royal Navy. So okay, that's how. So man with secret order to release mother and child. That looks like an anagram of man with secret, but I can't think of a word that means to release mother and child. A secret, a man with secret order. Order to release mother and child. What on earth is that going on about? Okay, make too much of frequency of deliveries. If you make too much of something, you overrate it. Obviously, frequency of deliveries is the overrate in cricket. Right, revolutionary essence. That could be a reversal of oil. Derived from of, so folio would be a leaf, so oil of reversed. Let's go back here. Man with secret order to release mother and child. Freemason. To release, free, ma and son. Mother and child. She's on set, maybe. Maybe that's an anagram of she's on set. Oh no, it's not enough letters. To KO a couple of staff. I'm wondering about something woman here. She's on set. What distinguishes regulated from deregulated crossing? No DE. There is no DE in regulated compared to deregulated. And node is a crossing, obviously. Limited stress, good for junior. Limited stress, good for junior. I'm not sure. Oh, Germanic aggressor once shot during stay at hospital. Visigoth? Shot is go, and that you can see go there in the middle of visit, which is stay, and then hospital is H. Right, formic acid. So formica is the laminate. Goodness me, maybe I should have got that quicker, but it wasn't coming quickly in terms of my brain, that's for sure. Implement not small enough. If something's not small enough, it's too. L can be abbreviation for large, so I'm sure that's right. In the course of last year, foolish daughters seduced. In the course of last year, foolish daughter. This is probably a reference to one of King Lear's daughters. So Goneril, Regan. Seduced. Colour of any two short bananas. Oh, this looks like an anagram. This is tawny. Okay. So this is an anagram of any and then two shortened, so just the TW. I did that there because I thought this might end in Y for year. So that gave me a head up on that clue. So radiant silver blue is a glow. Again, we've got another chemical element there, this time silver, Ag. If you're blue, as in your mood is blue, you're low. Radiant, obviously a glow. Setback for both Irish and East European competitors. Has to be rivals. Yes, that's good. So that's reversal of Slav and IR for Irish. Now let's go back here. In the course of last year, led astray. Okay, so last. Oh, anagram. Anagram of last year around D. Very clever. Nothing to do with King Lear. Reclusive elector's ID. Well, elector's ID is so strange. That must be an anagram. So we need reclusive here. Reclusive is going to be cloistered. Dishonour? Yes, shame is dishonour. So after course, dish, my side, sparing no. So our for my side, and that's bearing no in the middle of it. So our around no in the middle there, and the whole thing means shame. Clever use, again, I think is very good practice by good setters. To put phrases together like no shame. They seem to fit very naturally, and yet you know, you actually need to split this clue very carefully after the word no. Vociferous march by conservatives. Oh, conservationists. I always misread that as well. So this is strident then. So stride is march, and then National Trust, NT. Grey area reserved. A can be area, and if you're shy, you're reserved. So ashy looks like the answer there. Preacher's an active type, full of charm. Preacher's an active type. An active type, that could be a doer. Full of charm could be a spell. So does that give us a word? Goer, maybe. Gospeller. Yes, gospeller is a word. Party received standard warning of potential takeover bid. Party received standard. I want to put flag in the middle of this. I can't quite see how that works. Defendant's third book. Defendant's third, that must be F. Book essential in court case. Third book. Or maybe, what's the third book of the Bible? Genesis, Exodus, Deuteronomy, is it? I'm not sure. Gave up supporting English after recurrent arguments. That's forswore. So, how did I get that? Well, supporting, I could see that was for. If you're for something, you're supporting it. E is always English. So what I originally tried in my mind was this construction. But I didn't like it with the word after. So eventually I came up with, let's put the E after a reversal of a word for arguments. And the most obvious short synonym, I think, is rouse. So, stolen goods ultimately disposed of. Stolen goods ultimately. That looks like S, doesn't it? Disposed of. Wasted. Stolen. Hot. Stolen. Swiped. Disposed of. Wiped. Yeah, I guess so. Treatment from stylist. Extremely clever. Devil. So extremely clever are the extreme letters of the word clever, C and R, followed by imp for devil, and crimp is something a stylist might do, I guess. Defendant's third book, essential in court case. Well, defendant's third now does look like F again. Then book could be the book of acts, and then an essential in a court case would be facts. So eventually we got there. A dairy product made by prudent race. Oh, why can't I just write this in? I'm so stupid. Limited stress, good for junior. Still thinking about the last clue. Right, okay, I can do this one now, because this is, if you stress something, you underline it. It is limiting a word for stress, i.e. shortening it, which is underline shortened plus G for good, and the whole thing means junior, underling. So, back to this one. Dairy product made by prudent race. Sage. Let's go over here. This looks like something right, doesn't it? Party received standard warning of potential takeover bid. Having a complete mental block about this one. I mean, there can't be many things that fit here. She's on set. Maybe to KO a couple of staff. She's on set, maybe, to KO a couple of staff. Still don't. This is bugging me as well. I don't think this looks right. Go back to this. Oops. Party received standard. Standard could be standard warning. Maybe it's alarm in the middle of this. No, that wouldn't work with the G. Standard warning is a something light, red light, potential takeover bid. Sounds like something a car might do. What's something a car might do as it overtakes you? Jolly Roger. That's going to be the answer. Party is a jolly, received is Roger, and believe it or not, almost that entire clue is definition. The definition here is standard warning of potential takeover bid. So it's standard being a flag that warns other ships that they're about to be. So this is Sage Derby now. Okay, the race at the Derby. God, I really need to focus more on horse races. She's on set maybe to KO a couple of staff. Stunt woman. Stunt woman, that would be it. Certainly fit. To KO a couple of staff. Staff could be man. To KO a couple of. Two is a couple of. That's brilliant. That is very clever. So stun to man. That is my favourite clue of this puzzle. That is brilliant. Okay, so other than the spelling of exchequer, which I'm slightly worried about, let's have a look at this. Felt like a bit, oh, it's right, that's good. So, felt like a bit of a wade today, but that's often the case with Friday. So, and we went through every clue in some detail, so I hope that is helpful to those of you who are relatively new to the Times crossword. We'll be back again tomorrow with probably something on the Sudoku front, and we have a couple of videos, I hope, from special videos from former Times Sudoku champion that we might be able to put up fairly soon as well. So look out for those, and thanks for watching.